Step in my dojo, you
Step in my dojo, you
step in my.
Most of the heavy lifting in the track is done by this one drum kit. A lot of people will just continuously ignore drum sound design for like, huge portions of their career, and they'll wonder why their music isn't like hitting people right, And it's like, we don't want to hear you play someone else's beat. We want to hear your beat.
The track was going.
Once you know how to make them, and you understand that it's easy, because it is easy once you do the chorus, then your tracks are going to be so much more expressive, and they're going to have a real authentic texture that is undeniably yours, where you can speak and express yourself through the drums. All right, so we're going to start with laser zaps, okay? So I'm going to do a laser zap from scratch first, and I'll just show you the basic kind of concept of the laser zap, and then from there, I'm going to show you some kind of tweaky stuff that I did. So the basic laser zap was invented by Ben Burtt, who is the lead sound designer for Star Wars, because before Star Wars happened, what did a laser sound like? Lasers don't make a sound, do they? It's just all it is a light. It's not a sound. So there's a lot of cool documentary on Ben Burtt, B-U-R-T-T. He is a very, very cool sound designer, and he's definitely someone that you should all know about. But he made the very first laser zap by dangling a slinky and hitting the slinky, and as the vibration traveled down the slinky, the vibration would go from a high frequency to a low frequency, and it would go pew pew like that. And because it was made with a slinky, it had a really kind of nice tone to it. So I'm going to show you kind of how you can do that with operators. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is we're going to want to put a pitch envelope to the sound. Actually, the first thing I'm going to want to do is bring my latency down. Okay, that's a little bit more easy to deal with. Okay, so the first thing you want to do to make a laser zap is, and then I'm going to put the release or the sustain. Let's take that down. So that's the kind of classic laser zap, the pew pew noise. I'm actually going to put a saturator on there and just put it onto digital clip so that I don't blow up your ears, because there's going to be a lot of wild sounds today. So that's your typical laser zap. Right? Right? Now, you'll notice that the envelope is kind of hanging at the bottom. You hear there's that sub. If you don't want that in operator, you can put the envelope onto trigger mode. And then I'll go do the same thing here. Right? And in operator, you can use this time parameter to do all the envelopes at once. So I'm going to set this to 1000. And then I'm also going to set this to 1000. Right? And then if you use this time parameter, or so a kind of fun thing to do is to take the velocity and route that to control time by 100%. So light press, short one, and then a hard press. Now, that's with a sine wave, and we all remember from the other drum synthesis videos that sometimes sine waves can kind of get buried in the mix. So if you change this to like a saw, right, gives it a little bit more, cuts through the mix a little bit more. Here's a digital saw. So that's the basic laser zap. Some people, myself included, like to occasionally go in and put the attack up. So I've put the initial point down, and now I'm going to turn the attack up. That could be kind of a lasery sound too, but that's the basic idea. It's like a swept pitch sound. So that's the basic laser zap.